And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. And for Brooklyn, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. When he's healthy, Brook Lopez is one of the best centers out there, but he's continuing to have these foot surgeries. Shaq?
Yeah, but he just got that $60 million contract, so there's a lot riding on that foot. He's actually only had his arch lowered to reduce the strain. Hopefully that solves the problem.
Wow. Do you have high arches, by the way?
I don't know. I never checked.
It'd be down there on your feet. That's where you'd have to check.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the arch on my jumper.
No. Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
Get on your feet. It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Brooklyn Nets. A 6'9" forward from Russia, Andrei Kirilenko. A 6'11" forward from Farragut Academy, number 2, Kevin Garnett. A 6'7" guard from Arkansas, number 7, Joe Johnson. A 7-foot center from Stanford, number 11, Brook Lopez. A 6'3" guard from Illinois, number 8, Darren Williams. The head coach of your home team is Ryan Mullins.
We are in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, for an interconference matchup right here. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. And Portland starts out with the ball. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Lillard. He dishes it to Aldridge. Pulls up on the wing. And he hits the jump shot.
LaMarcus Aldridge with a career high in scoring last season. Top 10 in the league. Such a versatile offensive game. He can knock down the jump shot and also post up down low.
Johnson against Matthews. Johnson dishes to Lopez. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Aldridge with a screen on Williams. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. He feeds it to Aldridge. Over in the corner, Batum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 3 on the clock. Here's Matthews. Shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Williams passes to Lopez. He kicks it to Johnson. Lopez, a screen on Batum. Outside Kirilenko. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
Pass to Aldridge. The baseline J. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Aldridge has got his second bucket.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Terry Stotts. DB?
One of their harder tasks in this game will be finding a way to slow down the explosive scorer, Joe Johnson. He said there isn't any one answer, as Johnson can and will play so many different roles in an offense throughout the course of the game. He said he can initiate plays as well as finish plays. We'll just have to make sure we don't lose track of them. Guys?
All right, Doris. Here is Lillard after the three-pointer from Darren Williams. Lillard attacking, and he gets it to go.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Now here's Lopez. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
The Blazers really were elite offensively. Shot it well, passed it well, took care of it. But defense is where they've got to show continued improvement. Last season, Terry Stotts overhauled their defensive principles. They were still in the bottom third of the league when it came to getting stops.
And the Blazers, with length in their front court, adding Lopez, helped them inside immensely.
But they allowed opponents to shoot well from the three-point line and forced the least turnovers in the league last year. They can do better. I think they have the physical tools. It's really about focus and really continuity.
No good on the free throw.
You can argue that Damian Lillard made another leap as a player last year, building off of his great Rookie of the Year campaign and taking it another notch higher.
And he's good on the second. And Lillard last season, between his improvement beyond the arc and from the line, becoming even more, Steve, efficient as a scorer.
Yeah, well, he upped his rate of scoring and rebounding. He cut his turnovers down. He improved defensively. Lillard is not one to rest on his laurels. He is motivated to continue improving year in and year out.
Now here's Johnson. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And Matthews gets it to go. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Williams kicks to Johnson. Pass to Lopez. The jump up. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. And that's now 6 points for Brook Lopez. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Lopez dishes to Matthews. Pass to Lillard. Here's the three. That's good. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Nets trail by 3. Garnett with a screen on Lillard. Williams against Lillard. The 11-footer misses off the left iron. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Outside Matthews. Back to Lillard. On the wing, Batum. Clock at 6. Lillard attacking. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
He's so reliable. His offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Damian Lillard, drafted with the 6th pick back in 2011. That pick, guys, acquired from the Nets in an exchange for Gerald Wallace. Steve, I'd say a pretty good trade for the Blazers.
Yeah, well, remember the Nets were in win-now mode. They were trying to keep Darren Williams happy, so they felt like the trade for Wallace would do that. The Blazers, in turn, they were rebuilding, and so they found the perfect deal at the right time and ended up drafting the future Rookie of the Year.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kaman is checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Right, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Lillard. Now here is Jack. Fade away. Teletovic passes to Plumlee, and it's blocked by Kanan, and he gets it back.
Chris Hayden. That's his first personal foul.
And Lillard's star is continuing to rise, but, you know, he still thrives on that underdog status. He shrugs off the hype, doesn't really let it affect him, still looks at himself as the two-star recruit from Weber State fighting for respect, and it's serving him well as he continues to grow as an NBA player.
Plumlee hits them both.
And Lillard embracing the humble, grinding persona, but he plays the game with tremendous confidence. An assassin's mentality, and his disposition has really rubbed off on this entire Blazer team.
Now here's Matthews. Out to the right wing. Here's Blake. And too long on the shot. Nets trail by 3. And here we go. Fast break. Jack's got it. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
For Brooklyn, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Here's Blake. Right side Matthews. Here's Robinson. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement, established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Brooklyn trailing. The Nets were poised, Steve, to make a run at things last year, but when you lose someone like Brook Lopez in the middle who meant so much and a lot of the offense was going through him like they did, you know, that gets very, very difficult.
Yeah, especially the way Brook was playing. But the Nets adapted to life without Brook. They played smaller, and they really developed an effective offense and found success later in the year without Brook Lopez.
Jarrett Jack is out there with Alan Anderson. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Kevin Garnett is at the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. Doc Rivers won a title with him in Boston and simply can't say enough. As Coach Doc says, I get very emotional. He's the best teammate, the most unselfish superstar I've ever been around. Every coach should be able to coach KG just once to see what a true team player should be. Kevin, what a compliment.
A guy you love to play with and hate to play against. Doris, thanks. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kaman.
And, you know, for a moment there, the Nets looked shell-shocked when they lost Brook Lopez to injury, but actually did a nice job, an admirable job, regrouping, and that's not always easy to do, folks.
Now, here's Anderson, looking for his first basket still in this one, and the shot is good.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, when Lopez went down last year, I thought the Nets did a really good job of stepping in for him, covering up the holes, and kind of recreating their offense. And of course, it's easier to do when you've got the number of perimeter star players that Brooklyn has.
And a new group in for the Nets. Brook Lopez is checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Kirilenko comes in for Bogdanovich. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Alan Anderson. And it's Williams in for Jarrett Jack. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kaman. Aldridge comes in for Thomas Robinson. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Jarrell Wright. And Lillard subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Lillard, and it's sent back by Lopez. Brooklyn leading by 3. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He said a big part of their focus should be on offensive rebounding, to get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Blake, following the score by Andre Kirilenko. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Aldridge can do so many things on a basketball floor. It shouldn't really come as a surprise when he switches his style up. Last year, I thought he played a lot more with his back to the basket.
And to add what you said about Aldridge, the years before his last season, he tended to face up to the basket and Clark shoot over people, which was fine as he was so gifted at it.
But I think with the change to the Blazers' offensive schemes and just the way the team wanted to approach the season, they needed more of a back-to-the-basket guy, and Aldridge was as dominant as ever stepping into that role, in addition to still being able to knock down that face-up jumper.
The Nets making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. After 2-year absence from the playoffs, the Portland Trail Blazers able to get back into it last year to face Houston in the 4-5 seeded matchup.
And they jockeyed as hard as they could to get that home court advantage, but just couldn't quite grab hold of it. Still, they were able to get by a very tough Houston team in round 1.
Blake with it, guarded by Kirilenko. Good. Blake's got his first basket of the night. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Williams attacking. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Get by Houston with an incredible shot at that, but you know, things were different when they ran into the machine known as the San Antonio Spurs in the second round.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 8. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Back to Aldridge. The feed to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. With the floater. Good. Lillard's got 10.
And as you said about Portland, they just couldn't deal with the Spurs over the course of a series and ended up out after the second round. Still, a really nice showing from a young team with a lot of upside.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Lopez kicks to Johnson. Nobody near Williams. Off target with his 3.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
Blake with it. He's guarded by Williams. And that one's good by Lopez. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here, guys. This is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Of all the players in the NBA, maybe the only person other than LeBron who is a threat to get a triple-double on a nightly basis is Nick Batum. He just racks up stats in so many categories with such ease.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Johnson dishes to Kirilenko. On the wing, Williams. Back to Kirilenko. 6 on the shot clock, and it's Johnson penetrating. A baseline J, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
And, you know, Batum becoming a much more active passer over the last couple of seasons. He's still working on his decision-making. His turnovers actually climbed as well, but the Blazers can use another playmaker on the wing, and Batum can fill that void.
Lopez passes to Batum. And another 3 for Portland.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Fires from 14. Again, Johnson missing. And Batum last season had some stretches with huge rebounding numbers. 2 separate 3-game spans, in fact, Steve, with almost 50 boards.
Well, you look at his work on the glass. I mean, he took it to a new level. Over 7 boards a game for the season. That is excellent from your small forward position.
Now, here's Batum after the miss from Joe Johnson. From 13, the rebound by Garnett.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Lopez against Lopez. Into Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Steve Blake.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Both teams will make substitutions. Good on the second free throw. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Robinson a screen on Jack. Lillard attacking. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
And he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Johnson for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Trailblazers as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, what a remarkable half the way he attacked the rim and scored in the paint. Defenders, they were trying to slow him down any way possible, but he still got through.
Easier said than done when he's the penetrator. His speed and agility make him extremely hard to defend.
Nets trail by 3, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Lillard in at the point. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson for 3. Can't get it to go.
He just couldn't shake loose. He has a defender draped all over him.
You know, Robin Lopez doesn't score a lot, but neither is he a liability at the center position. He's got really good hands, catches everything, he can finish off the pick and roll action. He can even knock down the mid-range jumper if you leave him open, and he's an excellent rebounder, too.
Now here's Johnson. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Williams with a clean look. He nails it, and we're tied up. Williams has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets. Matthews with it. And Lopez at 7 feet, 255 pounds, Steve. A rugged defender in the low block shirt.
Well, perfect pickup for Portland last year, playing alongside LaMarcus Aldridge. A good rim protector, a pretty good post defender, and his offensive rebounding as well really made an impact on that club.
And here is Aldridge after the three-pointer from Deron Williams. And the shot is good.
The turnaround jumper, that was a thing of beauty.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Five to shoot. For the lead. They get the rebound.
It's like he's just trying to showcase his range, but he could probably get a better shot in that possession.
Yeah, he sure could. It doesn't do you any good if you miss it from that deep.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 12. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Into Lopez, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Nets trail by 4. Lopez, a screen on Lillard. Williams kicks to Lopez. Back to Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jump shot. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Deron Williams has really good size and strength at the point guard spot. And once he gets a step on a guy, it's hard to push him off his line.
Alan Anderson's checked in for Joe Johnson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Williams with one of the better post-up games among point guards thanks to his strength.
Yeah, shows that veteran savvy. You know, he can hit you with the fadeaway or get you up in the air and work himself to the foul line. So, you know, this guy's a handful anywhere on the court.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Portland, not the biggest market, but it's a one-team city, and these fans really support their Blazers. Coach Stott said, the fan support here is special. You can't appreciate it until you see it every night. Damian Lillard said, the fans stay behind us through good or bad. When they see us in public, it's always love.
They appreciate that support, Doris. Thanks. Here is Lillard following the three-pointer by Nicholas Batum. Matthews against Anderson. Lopez with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Outside Williams. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And he gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Portland lead.
What a nice play. Stole it away and took it coast to coast.
Timeout called the Nets. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Lopez. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Kevin Garnett. Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Andrei Kirilenko. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Deron Williams. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Chris Kaman is checked in for Lopez. And it's Thomas Robinson in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Jack, here we go. Bogdanovich passes to Jack. They need this. That is good. Jack's got his second bucket tonight.
That's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He told them he wouldn't accept them settling for outside shots and said we can get to the rim if we attack the basket, and that's what we're going to do. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Good on the shot. Jack's got 7 points in the game.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
Kicks to Lillard. Matthews, a screen on Jack. Lillard dishes to Robinson. 5 on the clock. Back to Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
You could see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that three, but just didn't get it to go.
Jack with it. 7 points in the game. There's a good screen. It's Anderson with the drive. Makes it off the glass. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen, and the other using it to get that separation.
And Lillard kicks to Matthews. Kaman inside, working on Plumlee. Kaman's shot is good. Here's Jack. Just 3 on the clock. And he overshot that one, missing. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Portland out in front, up 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Damian Lillard.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Williams and Jack, their backcourt. Plumlee out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's Johnson in at small forward. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Wright. A floater up again. And the dunk by Lopez. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fella.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
Lillard against Williams. Plumlee sets the pick for Williams. Jack passes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Joe Johnson. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, when you have the number of stars and impact players that the Nets do, you can play against anybody. And they were tough against the Western Conference opponents last year.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Nets. Karolinko comes in for Jarrett Jack. Johnson hits them both.
And the Nets against the West, 18-12 record out of conference. That's right up there with Indiana and Miami from last year.
Lillard dishes to Lopez. Feeds it to Batum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the basket by Lillard.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
Well, the Nets were one of the very few teams in the Eastern Conference that actually played better against the West, Clark, than they did against the East.
And, Kevin, there really might not be a reason behind it that I can identify, but it was a welcome trend for that team considering what they had to go through from the start of the season through the All-Star break and beyond.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And the first one drops.
You know, Portland has a new GM as of 2012, and we've seen not just changes with the team roster, which you would expect, but really an overhaul of team operations as well. New scouting tools, a new strength and training staff, and a remodeling of the practice facility.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Brooklyn. That one misses.
And for the Blazers, injuries have been such a problem over the years. With the new training staff, perhaps a more proactive approach to prevent injuries. Even things like nutrition. During flights, they used to offer cookies and ice cream bar. Now it's chicken and brown rice.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, what a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Now here's Williams. Johnson outside. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And it's 8 points for Joe Johnson. And there'd been talk that LaMarcus Aldridge was unhappy in Portland. He has changed his tune.
And for him, Kevin, it seems as though winning is the main thing. But the Blazers also created a players-first culture. You know, players are your best recruiters, quite honestly. And word gets around. If guys are happy, then that helps them talk about their experience. Teams now have to look at the whole picture and trying to keep players content so they perform at their highest level.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Wright. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Lopez, a screen on Matthews. Johnson kicks to Lopez. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside Matthews. Buries it from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow three, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
Timeout called the Nets.
Well, Wes Matthews started off last season on fire. Over 50% from long range over the first quarter of the season. As time went on, he cooled off a bit, but as a whole, just an excellent year for Matthews. Probably the best of his career.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lopez passes to Garnett. Batum with the steal. Lillard left side. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Karolinko with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
A good game for Johnson. 10 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Well, you can't discount what that's meant to this team. I mean, he's helped their cause with his passing, and it's really given his team a nice groove.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard dishes to Matthews. Into Lopez. Good D by Lopez. The Nets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Kirilenko kicks to Garnett. Releases. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Garnett. And that's 13 points for Johnson.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Williams against Lillard. And the pass to Aldridge. Back to Lillard. The dish to Aldridge. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard, the pass to Batum. And it's off from three-point range. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
A shot by Williams, no good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Now, here's Matthews. Here's Aldridge. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Tough assignment for that defender with the size mismatch we're seeing.
Yeah, I just don't think he's big enough to handle it.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. 1:24 left in the fourth. Lillard against Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. And Garnett has it in the corner. Fires from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Matthews dishes to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
And Portland has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Just 5 to shoot. Matthews into the lane. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams kicks to Johnson. The 19-foot shot. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Portland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Lillard, the pass to Matthews. Goes up the baseline, and Kirilenko sends it back.
Well, looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
Nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
Here is Matthews, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Trailblazers, Wesley Matthews. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Timeout called, the Nets. They're behind by 5. 11 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they need to draw something up here. I think they'll go for a quick 2. And if not, maybe break somebody free for a long three-pointer.
And they have to know they need to foul right after the shot goes in as well.
.11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Williams kicks to Johnson. Nails the triple. Now timeout called by Portland. They're ahead by 2. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Congratulations, Damian, on a nice win. What does this sort of game say about this team?
I think, first of all, it says that, you know, we got to learn how to keep a lead. We can't let teams put us in that position at the end of a game when we've played so well. But I think it showed our composure, our ability to win the game down the stretch when the team had us on our heels in the closing minutes of the game. We found a way to pull it out.
You certainly showed some toughness, Damian. Thanks for the time, guys.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Damian Lillard.